with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. This is a huge opportunity for their team. Making it to the college football playoff last year has proven to them they can compete with any team in the country. But now they've got to do it again. They've got to show that that was not just a one-year fluke and that they can be consistently great. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have the ball first. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, they just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no answers. Every possession Oregon had, it seemed like they were going up and down the field. So a big challenge for Oregon State in this one is to try to get off to a great start.
The sure hands, it's Johnson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. The give. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running inside, it's Hill. Maybe some room here. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
They'll move the tight end. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on third down, and they're looking at fourth and plenty of work to do.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The Beavers will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes...
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not one, not two, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Coming out with it, it's Butler. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense.
Snags it and he's open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Pressure coming. It's complete. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, after having to punt on their last drive in the opponent's territory, it looked like things were finally going positively offensively this drive, and then it stalls out at the very end because they give up a sack. I think in critical down and distances, they just have got to be better with execution, making sure they have the right play call on and getting rid of the football on.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Beavers will line up to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dante Moore. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Makes the catch, and he's free. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Hill. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
He's tackled on the play.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committee, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
And I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Murphy. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Slips through the line. And there he goes. Touchdown, Ducks. Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Hands it off on the counter. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotions surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
Working that left side now. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Beavers send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're working that left side. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. The Ducks decide to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the counter play. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Finds his man, it's Newberry. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
That last connection left him a little short of the 1st down, but in perfect spot to attack on 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Hatcher. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Beavers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Defense in press coverage. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Some misdirection with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Moore. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Looking for the end zone. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to keep it in the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Hey, man, offense, defense, special teams, they are showing it all early in this football game. We're still in the first half. We got a 5-touchdown lead. Everything going right except for us, guys, because now we're going to have to figure something to talk about because this one isn't over, but it's close to almost at the half.
And he tacked on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Murphy. On target. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Beavers want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the right. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hatcher. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Here's Moore to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback gets the 1st down. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Plucks it out of the air. Past the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. It's caught. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Throwing Moore. Caught close to the marker. It's Stewart. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. What could go wrong did in the 1st half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the 1st half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
He breaks a tackle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Beavers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. We'll send the tight end in motion. Running inside, it's Hatcher. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. It's complete to the right. Turning it on! Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. And the Beavers are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
Grab behind the line. It's Butler. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Beavers will send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Here's the punt, and whether it goes 3 yards or 93 yards, just don't let that return guy get it again. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. There is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has...
There he goes! He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon! It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Beaver offense, ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking for room, it's Hatcher. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll run it again. Running to Green. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Gets away. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. The Beavers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays. This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Plenty of options here, run or pass on third down right around midfield. They pick it off, and this defense a much-needed play. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, and you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Dante Moore. Caught in the backfield. It's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a...
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. It'll be 3rd and long. More to the air again. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Oregon State sideline, guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win. He told me when I caught up with him this week, he has definitely been feeling sore this week. He did not miss any practice, but I will keep you posted as this game goes along. He's going to have to fight through some things here today, and I'll let you know how it's looking down here on the field. Back to you.
Ollie, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause. Sets up the screen, and they pick up just a few on that completion. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Gets the back moving. From the gun on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Fires deep on the run. Makes a connection. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The option, the keeper. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Beavers are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Makes a man miss. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Moore with the play fake. He's going for it all. Hauls in the deep ball. Racing down the left side. Inside the... And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. The run inside. It's McMillan. Plows through the defense. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. On the ground, it's McMillan. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. So as they've done so many times in this in-state